Well, I'm just outside of Old Trafford and I'm speaking to a few Manchester United supporters. Lads, are you all optimistic today?
Difficult one. The way we've been at the start of the season, I don't think for 1 second we can try and sit back today. Both defences quite leaky. I think our best defence is attack today. You score 4, we score 5 option. So this kind of game form's out the window, and I'm hoping it plays our way because, yeah, if you go like Premier League form, they're the form team to beat. So fingers crossed. 6 out of 10 optimistic.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, but if they come out like they did in the second half against Atalanta in midweek, we're in for a game, aren't we?
We definitely are. I think the key thing is with them is just go at them. You know, they clearly, the defence hasn't been great all season. Just keep going at them and putting the pressure on them, and we'll see where it goes from there then, basically.
I like it, right. So, a couple of questions for you. Everybody's behind Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment. If he was to leave, who would you like to take place?
Pochettino's a good shout, mind.
Pochettino?
Because I don't think he's going to do well. Look at the handbags in the dressing room there already.
No,
it's a good shout.
And what about this one for you then, right? So, you can sign one player in January, one player who comes into Man United.
Declan Rice. As bad as it is to say, for 21 years of age, I watched a feature on him on TV the other day. I wouldn't say the name because obviously they're a competitor channel. But yeah, sweep up, make the tee, give our back four the protection. You've seen on Wednesday, there's 40 yards between our back four in the middle of the park. Can't happen. For his age, whatever the price is, pay the money. I think that's a long-term investment. That's where I'd be spending my money personally.
Right, so again, we've got some more supporters outside of Manchester United at Old Trafford today. Very optimistic today, guys.
Yeah, optimistic because I've seen watching Liverpool play against Atletico. As long as we go at them, they look shaky. They look really shaky in defence. I know we get beaten up for our defence, but if we can keep structure and go at them, using pace, hopefully Rashford comes on as well. I think Ronaldo through the middle. I think we can cause some damage. Because they're favourites, right? And sometimes that works in our favour. We've got no pressure on us. Just go out and play our football.
So you're saying your favourites today, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be playing.
Yeah.
Does he have a say in the game today?
Definitely. And what I'm loving about Cristiano Ronaldo at the moment is his maturity. He's like tracking back. You can see he's not negative. You know, when he was younger, he'd drop his head and get angry. You know, he's trying to encourage the lads and he's there. He knows how to find that space. Against Van Dijk, I reckon he's got the pace for Van Dijk, and I think he's cleverer than him. He will actually get into gaps and he'll get at the end of crosses and he'll do something. He will get shots in for sure.
Yeah. So in midweek there was a little bit of frustration. First 45 minutes, there was a few jeers. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Everybody was a little bit frustrated. Then you get the second half performance.
Yeah.
Is everybody still behind Ole?
Yeah, you have to. You have to have patience. I know we don't have patience in this game, but you have to have some patience with that. I mean, with Ole, he's going to learn as well, right? And talking to some of the backroom staff here, what they've said is there's a feel-good factor. He's brought back a feel-good factor, and people enjoy working for Manchester again. You could sense that in previous managers, they weren't happy. So he's got that. We've got to give him a bit of time, I think, and he will learn. He will definitely learn. So yeah, patience at the moment. And even the match on Wednesday, the last 10 minutes of the first half, we were creating chances like so easy, right? So as we're creating chances, goals will come, right? We can just tighten up that defence. I think, we stand a chance to actually have a good season.
It's just getting that right balance, isn't it? But I will ask you this as well. Is silverware important for Ole this season? Has he got to win something?
Ooh, that's a good question. In my head, I'd like to see him go far in Champions League and easily get into the Champions League for next season. That's progress. I'd like to see him. Yeah, I think that's. I'm here to see good football, right? As long as they're playing good football, attacking, and they don't look like they're rushing from the back and they're building on that, then it will come. Silverware will come. I think
Absolutely.
That's the key thing, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, look, thanks very much. Enjoy the day.
Yeah, thank you very
All
much.
right, I hope you win.
Look,
One more question on Newcastle, remember?
Oh, yes. So I've got one more question for you.
Yeah.
A bit of a random one.
Yeah.
It's not happened yet. What season do Newcastle win the Premier League, if they're going to win the Premier League?
I think 10 years away.
10 years?
10 years, yeah. It's you can't. Everybody's doing the same thing, investing money. You know, even if you look down, like we've got family in Wolverhampton, and we back the Wolves of sometimes as well. But if you look at Wolves, they're putting good money in. They bought like a striker, a young lad for 35 million, right? So there's money everywhere, right? So just because you got money doesn't going to bring you success. It's the blueprint what they put in place for the future, and it's going to take. I mean, look at us, right? Look at United, right? We've had the money, we're rebuilding, right? We've gone through managers. You have to build a team, so it'll be interesting. You can't just go out and buy players and expect to become champions. It's going to take time to build a team, get a style of football and become another Man United or Chelsea or Man City. Do you know what I mean? So it's not overnight.
Absolutely. Well, let's hope it's not 10 years. Let's hope it's 100 years, yeah? So I've got another question for you.
Yeah.
You can make one signing in the January window, the three of you.
Yeah.
Who you signing?
So we've had this conversation. We'd go for Ndidi.
Ndidi?
Yeah.
You like Ndidi?
He's young and he's powerful and strong as well in the midfield.
Playing yourself?
Nadini all day long.
Yeah?
Yep, I fully agree. That was the first name that came into my head. I think he could be the missing link. Everybody knows United are weak in that holding midfielder role, and I think Nadini will. What he's done at Leicester is great, and Brendan Rodgers has played him the right way as well. Brendan Rodgers, ex-Liverpool manager, but highly rate him, and he knows what to get. He knows what to get out of the squad. So I think getting Nadini into this team, he could be the glue that holds the defence and the midfield, brings the whole team together. Definitely.
But and also I think it's really important that a lot of CDMs, they talk about, all right, they got strength, they got power. It's distribution. Like, I like Fred for his effort, right? He goes for it. But we were at the West Ham game. I said, look at him. He's not putting his foot on it. He's not controlling it. Matic came on, 10 minutes to go, Summit, put his foot down, controlled the game, dictated it. Because you're in a beautiful position. You're dictating the game from that CDM. It's not just about power. You've got to get that movement. So I think that's why he'll come into it. Yeah.
Another player, we were talking about this on the way up to the game. Who we're missing is Ander Herrera. If we didn't, if he stayed, he would have been perfect for this CDM role. His vision, he's got a footballing brain. Compared to, I rate McTominay, Fred not so much. I think we just signed the wrong Brazilian, to be honest with you.
No, but I think that's it's that brain, right? Like Herrera would the quick free kick, or the tackle which get a yellow card for stopping, right? Real intelligence. I think that's what we're missing. There is that pure intelligence.
So we're saying Glazers, get the checkbook out again, please.
If they don't mind.
Right. Well, Mickey Gray just outside of Old Trafford, and I've just picked up a couple of supporters, Manchester United supporters. Looking forward to the day?
Yeah, we're so excited. Can't wait. This is our first time here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's our first time. We flew in from Chicago, from
Wow.
the U.S. for the game.
And look, I've choose to Americans, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. So it's first time to Old Trafford?
Oh, yes.
First time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Biggest rivalry? Oh, I can't miss it.
How are you?
Especially Ronaldo back. Oh, gosh.
Wow. And so what's your prediction for the game today? Do you think Manchester United can do it?
With the morale from the game against is it Atalanta? I think we can do it. We can do it. I'm saying, let's say 2-1. A 2-1 win.
2-1 win?
Yeah.
Well, you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you? You come out of the stadium with a smile on your face. It'd make your trip worthwhile.
It sure would, yeah. This fandom and the whole experience here is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Wow. So you've enjoyed things so far. Wait until you get inside the stadium.
Yeah, we're going to head in now. We're
can't
so
wait.
excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, and you've obviously come to see Cristiano Ronaldo. You mentioned his name before.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great atmosphere in that stadium. Big rivals in Liverpool.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And with Salah from Liverpool, with what he has been doing, this is going to be a very, very, very great game, and huge game too, especially for us. And Ronaldo, he does the magic.
He's the man. And I take it, you obviously you've supported Manchester United for a long time, but from afar, you like what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's doing to the team now?
He's built up the morale for the players, for a long time, and he's done a great job to where we're at today, right? But there's still some more work to do for the players, tactically, strategically, all of that. But he's done a great job to bring us back to the Manchester United way, which is the culture, and that's good.
Absolutely. So I'm going to ask you one question. You can sign one player in January. You've got a great squad of players now. Have you got one that you can think of off the top of your head, or you would love to see play for Manchester United?
Yes. I do have a center defensive midfielder in mind. For the longest, I've been thinking about Nainggolan, but I mean, he's getting old now, you know. But he would have been a perfect person way back. Now I have Gana Ngeye from PSG, and he has that experience, considering he played for Everton, and I think he can do it here too.
Okay, another question for you as well. Nothing to do with Manchester United. Newcastle have just been taken over. They're the richest football club in the world. Do you think it's going to take them a little bit of time to win the Premier League, or is it going to take a long time?
Football now is, I mean, there's a lot of money thrown in the game now. You know, you can buy any player from anywhere. You can entice players with good salaries. It's going to take them time. I mean, look at Man City. It took them a minute, right? But they're strong. They're solid now. But it's going to take them time. But depending on how much is Newcastle's going to throw on all these players to come. History, there is Alan Shearer. Right now, I mean, it's definitely going to take them time. I say 6 years.
6 years?
At the minimum, 6 years.
Well, let's hope it's a little bit longer. Well, listen, thank you very much for stopping and talking to us, and enjoy your first time at Old Trafford. Well, we're just still outside of Old Trafford, and we've been very fortunate to speak to a lot of Manchester United fans, and we've got two in front of us now. Father, son, I take it?
We are, yeah, absolute father and son. Really buzzing for the game. We can't wait, actually. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. Since 1977, in fact.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm loving the shirt. I'm loving the scarf as well. You're a big Manchester United supporter?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Looking forward to this one today?
Yeah.
What is it have you come to see? Cristiano?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your man? Is that your favourite player?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah? And what do we think the score's going to be today?
Do you know what? I am slightly nervous because Liverpool, they're in such good form at the moment. They're knocking it around really nicely. United, as we know, are all over the shop. Some days they're great, sometimes they're not so great. But this is United and we're at home. And then we've got the Old Trafford fans, and we've got 75,000 roaring the team on. So we can do this today, but it ain't going to be easy.
No, it's going to be a tough one, isn't it? But you say if they play like they did in the second half against Atalanta, then, you know, they've got no fear at all. They were absolutely outstanding.
Absolutely. The intensity that they came out in the second half against Atalanta was what you need. United, for some reason, whether it's under Oli or under Mourinho, seem to start games really slow, very cautiously, knocking the ball around, but often it goes too square too often. So what we need now is that punctuation. We need to go forward at pace, like we did on Wednesday against Atalanta. We need that. We need that intensity, because if we do that, we'll rip teams apart. But we've got to do it.
Absolutely. So you actually mentioned Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there. Are you still behind him? Are you going to back him all the way?
Do you know what? You have to. You've got to back your man in charge. You know, it's not down to us supporters to decide who's here and who's not. We're here to support the team, and that's what we have to do. Has he got it? Time will tell. Obviously, you know, every manager lives and dies by the sword, doesn't he? And you know what? You're only as good as your last game. And our last game was Atalanta, and we won 3-2. So we've got to back him.
No, absolutely. Well, I'm going to ask you another one, right? So in January, you can bring in, I'll give you a little bit of time to think about this one, but you can bring in one player in January. Who are you bringing in?
Steve Coppell.
Steve Coppell. You need a right winger, do you?
Yeah. Do you know what? That's a really good question. Ollie, who do you think we should bring in?
Oblak.
Oblak. Wow, you want a goalkeeper. What about somebody like Declan Rice?
No.
You don't want Declan Rice? I think it's a holding midfield player people keep mentioning.
Do you know what? You've probably hit the nail on the head there, but he's not going to come to United in January. I don't think that's going to happen. You know, he's too loyal to West Ham, which you have to, you know, admire him for that. Maybe in the summer, but you're right, we need a general in there, and at the moment we haven't got that. You know, we've got good players in there, but we don't have a general. And we need someone to take the game by the scruff of the neck and boss it, and we don't have that.
And a left field question for you. Newcastle have just been taken over. They've got millions and millions to spend. How long is it going to take them to win the Premier League?
I don't think they will.
Oh, my new best friend. I'm from Sunderland, you see.
Yeah, right. I don't think they will. It's going to sound really controversial. I just don't think they're a sexy enough club for players to go there, irrespective of how many millions they've got. I honestly believe they're going to be relegated this year. I think they will. And that's a tough division to get out of. The Championship is a tough division. There's some great players within that league setup. it's going to take him a while, and I just cannot see doing it. I think the Man Cities, the Liverpools, the Chelseas, the Uniteds, the game's kicked on. It's kicked on a lot.
Bigger attractions.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, look, both of you really enjoy the game today. Thank you for speaking to us, and let's hope Man United win.